How disaster planning inspired Operation Churros. What does rescuing lost pets in Oklahoma have to do with uprooting your life and moving across the Atlantic? More than you might think. Hi friends and neighbors, I'm Brett West with the UrbanCastle team at Corcoran McEnearney in Washington, D.C. And now also Valencia, Spain. In the 1990s, way before Operation Churros, even before real estate, I worked with FEMA, the Federal Emergency Management Agency. I became one of FEMA's key point persons relied upon for state and federal emergency management on the topic of animal rescue and relief. And if there's one lesson I carried from that time, it's this: disasters are inevitable, but chaos, that's optional. Let me take you back to 1998 after a string of tornadoes ripped through Oklahoma City. Families were shattered, homes leveled, and one of the most heartbreaking things to me, people couldn't find their pets. Dogs, cats, family pets of all types were all scattered by the storm. At the time, there was really no system to help reunite them. No social media, no smartphone technology, but there was crude and clunky digital cameras, the kind that required a lot of discs. So with one of those relics, I created the first ever online lost pet locator. It was a simple idea really, but powerful. Bringing order, bringing hope, bringing connection into the middle of chaos. Fast forward 2.5 decades. My own storm wasn't a tornado. It was a severely startled real estate market. After entering 2025 with the biggest book of new year business of my 18 years in the industry, chaos was introduced to the market. Widespread federal job cuts and an executive promise to do more. Our clients one by one began to put off their decisions to move forward. Who could really blame them? If I was in their shoes, I likely would have done the same. As has always been the case, I 100% stood by my clients, still do, on the decision to hold off for now. That was mid-February. And I don't really need to go into much detail as to what precipitated that 3 weeks earlier. To me, the warning signs were everywhere. And that's when FEMA's lesson came rushing back. Don't wait for the storm to destroy everything. Make a plan. That's where Operation Churros was born. Not as an impulsive escape, but as a carefully crafted plan to preserve my family's security, future, and joy. I knew it would give me peace of mind to pour myself into creating something helpful. And when complete, we probably wouldn't even need it anyway. But if we did, this plan would be something that we could simply fall into that would guide us to success. If you're staring at a storm on the horizon, whether that's buying or selling in DC or figuring out what's next for your family, I'd love to help you create a plan that works. Because chaos may be inevitable, but it doesn't have to be the end of the story.